Duh. Women need the boundaries of the patriarchy and a mission in life, which is usually a husband, children, and home. Absent such structure, they malfunction and destroy civilizations. Hashtag restore patriarchy.
Damn, I was going to do like a whole long video about this guy. I don't even want to show you his name. He's a self-described entrepreneur and life coach from Portugal who teaches dangerous knowledge that they don't want you to know. But you know what? I don't got time for this bullshit today. I really don't. At the end of that long, boring-ass 35-minute long video that I might have made, the conclusion I would have come to is probably this. The goal that everyone should be working towards is still the Star Trek society. A world where every single person of every race, gender, class, whatever, can live as free and as good a life as they choose. And beware anybody who says, No, that won't work. There are some people who have to be controlled by others. That's just how it works. Anyone who's not a white guy has to be controlled or they'll malfunction. Malfunction? What the fuck? Yeah, I know what you're thinking. There's nothing special about this tweet or this guy. There's about 1 million of these MRA douchebags around nowadays. And in the end, if you met this guy in real life and got to know him, chances are his real issue is this. He's pissed off because when he meets a woman, he has to act like a nice, normal guy in order to date her. He has to cover up the fact that he's really a piece of shit. And once they get married or move in together or whatnot, he wants to be able to just, drop the facade and just be the sack of shit that he really is, and not have her be able to leave. He's like, what? I gotta keep up the facade my whole life? I have to pretend to be a good person like the whole time or she'll leave me? What the fuck? That's not fair. That's not how my parents did it. Yeah, your parents' generation sucked. Your father was a piece of shit like his father before him. Man, Captain Kirk would be ashamed of y'all motherfuckers. It's pretty funny. Years ago when I actually went back and sat down and watched the whole original Star Trek series, I learned that the whole image of Captain Kirk as some kind of super playboy, it's actually a bit overblown. I mean, he was a pimp, mostly, but it never got in the way of his job. Hell, half the time some girlfriend he had was leaving him because he was too dedicated to his career. They realized that the Enterprise was his one true love. Also, there weren't really many green women in Star Trek. I mean, that whole cliche about the green alien women, I counted like 2 in the whole series. There was the Orion slave girl in the pilot, and then there was Marta. I don't think Kirk slept with either of them. You know what is interesting, though? I've always had this kind of theory. The episode, Whom Gods Destroy, Season 3, Episode 14, the one with Marta and her boyfriend, Lord Garth. These two motherfuckers, they are the Joker and Harley Quinn. I mean, they really are. It's crazy. I honestly believe that when Paul Dini or whoever was writing the Joker and Harley Quinn for Batman the Animated Series, somewhere in the back of his mind he had these two lurking. It may have been unconscious, it may have been crypto-amnesia, but these two, they are the Joker and Harley Quinn. I mean, look at this guy. He wears purple, he's a super genius who can do weird shit that nobody else can do, but he's also completely insane and egomaniacal. And he's not really always after something rational. He gets hung up on little things about style. It's all about the presentation to him. It's all about playing some sick game with the world. And Marta there, his crazy girlfriend, she's crazy, she loves him, but in the end she learns that ultimately, even though he manipulates her and says that he loves her, in the end he's willing to just kill her just to prove a point because he's completely psychotic. They're the Joker and Harley Quinn. I'm telling you, you have to believe me. I'll be honest. I'm the one person I know who's not really excited about that new Picard series. Which is weird because I love Captain Picard. It's just, to me, his story ended in the last episode of The Next Generation. The movies, everything after that, this series, it's all just fan fiction. I'm not gonna go out of my way to even see it, especially since you have to sign up for, CBS All Access streaming thingy? Man, fuck that. I'm already paying for the DC streaming service so I can watch Swamp Thing. Excellent show. It has some gruesome shit in it too, man. That scene where the guy's hallucinating and he thinks there's a snake on his arm, so he takes the kitchen knife and he starts stabbing the fuck out of his arm, and then he puts it down the garbage disposal and turns his arm into just shredded flesh, and it's in the dirtiest, nastiest, filthiest kitchen you've ever seen. Oh my god, there are very few shows where it's I can't eat while I'm watching them, but I can't eat during Swamp Thing because there's some gross shit popping up every now and again. But Swamp Thing is great. And I'm really pissed off that it got canceled prematurely and there's only 10 episodes and that's all there will ever be. That is a travesty. I think I'd rather see a second season of Swamp Thing than Picard. At least Data's going to come back to life. I mean, I guess that's cool. Whatever. You know, needless to say, one of the things I'm looking forward to most is the Captain Marvel sequel. Although, damn, we gotta wait till 2022 for that thing to come out? Man, that's unacceptable. And this is weird though. I mean, think about it. 3 years between Marvel movies that's pretty much their standard time frame. There was a 3-year wait between Captain America and Captain America the Winter Soldier. There was a 3-year wait between Thor 1 and Thor 2. And when those sequels came along, I was just like, oh, hey, a second Thor. I guess I'll watch that at some point. During those 3-year gaps, I just lived my life and I didn't even think about it. But now, I mean, I don't know what the fuck it is. It's like we're living in this weird accelerated time. Everything's crazy now. Like, what's Trump doing? We're teetering on the brink of recession. What the fuck's gonna happen? There's crazy shit going on in Hong Kong. Is China gonna crack down? Is Trump gonna be impeached? Like, who's the Democratic nominee gonna be? Greenland is fucking melting. Like, the seas are rising. Climate change is gonna kill us all. The bond markets, they're sending a recession warning signal as the yield curve inverts. Why is the yield curve inverting? Can we stop it? Can we stop any of this shit? The Russians, man, the Russians are developing like these unprecedented hypersonic nukes that can't be stopped. Are they going to fire that shit at us? Like, what's going on? Is there going to be an EMP attack? Are they going to rig the election for Trump? I think I'd rather have them nuke us at this point. Like, what the fuck? Okay, calming down now. But seriously, you're telling me that I have to wait through the entire rest of this year, 2019, which is taking forever? Like summer never ends, it just drags on forever. And then I've got to get through the holidays, and then the year 2020, we got to go through that whole year with the goddamned election and everything. And then after 2020, we got to go through 2021, which we don't even know what's going to be happening then. We could all be dead by then. And then, after all that, after those 2.5 years of complete stress and chaos, at that point, finally, Captain Marvel 2 will be in the theaters. But we have to wait that fucking long for it. My mind just can't handle that. Like, it's insane. I mean, think back. Remember those 3 years between Thor 1 and Thor 2? Those were nice years. Those were normal years. Now is not like then. Now is crazy and I can't take it. But hopefully I'll be alive then, because I mean, just look at this. Look at this face. Oh my God, that is the sexiest, most adorable, most awesome, scrunched up face I have ever seen in my life. They need to paint this and put it in the Louvre. That's how awesome that face is. 2022, man, I hope Captain Marvel shows up in like some of these other Phase 4 Marvel movies. I mean, Thor 4, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, The Eternals. I mean, she's got to pop up there at some point, right? You know, just a cameo, just pop into the movie for 5 or 10 minutes and blow some shit up. I mean, that'll hold me over, I guess. You know, it's really kind of funny when you think about it. All the people who hate on Captain Marvel and Brie Larson, like they've succeeded in turning her into kind of like a symbol of feminism, a symbol of the resistance, a symbol of good against evil in a corrupt world. When you think about it, without all their hate campaigning, Captain Marvel really would have just been kind of a normal comic book movie. But now it's something else. It's a symbol, and that's awesome. Kamala Harris for president, goddammit, or Elizabeth Warren. One of these two. Kamala Harris or Elizabeth Warren, I want them to be president. Joe Biden is too old. Bernie Sanders is too fucking old. I don't trust any of them, they're too old. Go away, you old guys. Your brains are turning to mush and I don't think you'll make good presidents. Let one of these ladies handle it. I mean, let's bring it around all full circle, you know? Imagine if the U.S. elects a woman president, whether it's Kamala Harris, Elizabeth Warren, or even Kirsten Gillibrand. Just think of all those bearded patriarchy dudes. All those guys like this. Think of how fucking pissed off they will be. They will just be beside themselves. They will be malfunctioning for 4 years straight, or 8 years straight, hopefully. Come on, America, I know we can do this. Make Kamala Harris president with Stacey Abrams as her vice president. Just picture that in your mind, and just picture how butthurt these guys will be. Oh my God, I can taste it. Just, oh, delicious. But still, man, 2022, that is such a long time to wait. At least we'll have the Wonder Woman sequel to hold us over till then. You know, if you can't tell by now, I am kind of a movie junkie. I kind of depend on movies to get me through the madness of life. And you know, I was just thinking, it seems that in recent years I have kind of like a holiday tradition. The weekend around Christmas, whatever those 2 days off are for me, I typically go and see like 2 movies in the theater. In 2017, it was all about The Last Jedi and Justice League. Last year, it was all about Aquaman and Into the Spider-Verse. So what am I going to do for Christmas this year, 2019? Well, obviously, The Rise of Skywalker. That's going to be a must-see movie. I'm going to go see that shit in IMAX. But is there a second movie around the holidays I want to see? I don't really see one. I mean, I don't really have any interest in the Jumanji sequel. I've never seen any of the Jumanji movies, so I wouldn't be familiar with the mythos or whatever. I think the only movie around the holidays that I could see besides Star Wars is Cats. Yeah, I could go see Cats, dude. I mean, why not? I've never seen Cats before. It'd be a new experience. I told my best friend about this plan of mine to go see Rise of Skywalker and Cats, and this is what he said.
Fuck Cats, you demented freak. Everything else you mentioned, awesome. But Cats, it's not okay.
Well, that aside, I might still go see it. I just might. Rise of Skywalker, Cats. That's what I'm doing for Christmas, because, you know, holidays suck and I ain't got much else to do. And until then, there's a ton of other great shit to watch to help me stave off the existential terror of life. What am I watching right now? Let's see, I'm watching Mindhunter on Netflix. That is a great show. It's about the FBI and serial killers, and it's super good. It stars the guy who does the voice of Kristoff in Frozen, and it also stars that cat burglar that Batman tussles with in the opening scene of Justice League. We're not exactly talking about a pair of lightweights here. These are some solid talents. My cats-hating friend recommended it, and I've been hooked on it since the first episode. The other night I was at work, and I heard Mindhunter playing out of my coworker's phone, and I thought, damn, how popular is this shit? Anyway, check it out, if you like serial killers, which pretty much everyone does. I mean, we love these wacky, crazy guys who murder their own mothers and then have sex with her face. Don't we? You know what else is great? The Steven Universe movie. Like, I wasn't really anticipating it. I was like, you know, the series was good, but I'm kind of done with it now. I wasn't really expecting much from it. And when I saw the promotional image of the new villain, I was like, psh, that doesn't look like anything special. She looks like Jenny from My Life as a Teenage Robot, but with running mascara. How can you have a good movie with a villain like that? But boy, was I ever wrong. Fuck, I was wrong. I love being wrong because this movie kicks ass. And this villain kicks even more ass. I've watched her big villain song on YouTube about 25 times by now. Disney, come on, you gotta learn. People are tired of the hidden villains that don't sing songs. What's the frickin' point of even having a bad guy in your movie if they don't have an awesome villain song? This is basic shit, Disney. Step it up. Whoever the villain in Frozen 2 is, man, they better have like a powerful music number behind them. Mindhunter, Steven Universe the movie. These things are both very good. Okay, I'm done. I'm out. In conclusion, screw this guy, screw his stupid beard, and let's all stay alive to 2022 to watch Captain Marvel 2, which might even be better than the first one, if that's possible.
But that thing caught me asleep last night, and I came awake just in time. He had me on the floor and had his mouth over my asshole.
A shit eater?
I don't think so.